the beginning. When you want to pick your size, you go to this place, click on these three dots at the top here. There is a three dots that you have at the top here on your right. So once you click on it, you have image size. You are going to select, click the drop down and select YouTube thumbnail. So once you click on YouTube thumbnail, you can now proceed with your design. 1280 by 720. That is the size for YouTube thumbnail. The major thing I will be explaining in this video is the key things that will enable a thumbnail to do well. What makes a thumbnail to be clickable? I mean that attract or ensure that the goal of that same video is achieved. So this is what we are going to do now. I'm going to close all layers, then I will start explaining from the very background that we are going to use. So let me open the tab for layers, then I'll close everything that we have on the board now. So I'll start explaining the reason why most of these things are like this and why you should do them that way. Now you can start your design with a plain background. Since the design is mainly blue, it has white, it has red, and some little touch of some other colors. So now that we have a plain color, what you must do first is to bring in your major picture for background. Now if I open my layer tab again, I can now uncheck the close icon for this. Now that I've opened it, you can bring your layer simply by using hexagonal shape here, and then you click on import. So I've done that, and I believe that most user of PixelLab can do that. But if you can't, you can refer to our beginner video tutorials. There are a lot of tutorials on how to use PixelLab from the very beginning, the understanding of every tool that we have on this dashboard now. So once you've gotten your background in, you need to adjust it to your taste. What I usually do is to click on color filters. Now on color filters, you can adjust the contrast, the brightness, the saturation, the hue. But if you love it the way it is directly from where you download it, you can leave it. There is no bad thing in that. Our main goal is to have a catchy and well-structured thumbnail that gets the views and the clicks that you want. So for your aim to be achieved, look at the background. Is it okay? If it is okay, then you are good to go. Now I will open the next layer to talk about what we are working with. Now the reason why I choose to use this picture is because this is just a generic thumbnail. I'm not focusing on any topic. However, if you are working on any topic, use images that are clear, that are very catchy, and it carries either a surprise kind of face, a funny kind of face, or a curious kind of face. So it depends on your topic. If your topic is talking about something that needs discovery or anticipation or suspense, you can use images like this. But if it doesn't carry such, you can use any kind of image, but make sure the image is clear and of high quality. If the quality of your image is bad, then you are going to have a very bad thumbnail at the end of the day. So to avoid that, use a very clear picture. After adjusting your image, now if I edit this image for you now, you will see what I'm trying to do. You can see that the image is large, but I crop it to the size where I want it to be. Can you see? Now after doing that, you can duplicate the image. If you want to duplicate an image, you just need to scroll up and click on copy. Once you copy it, it will duplicate. So I don't need that. I copied the background. That's why you have a cover screen. So you must click on the image first before you copy it. Now let's check the hide button for the background image. Now this exact image, I copied it using this copy symbol that you have here. This exact copy symbol that you have here. So After clicking it, you have your image. Then you can now go to opacity. Here is opacity here. And if you click on opacity, you can then reduce it. This one is on. Let me click on it and let's see what we have. So here is it. So the opacity is 17%. So I just use that to just give the background a little familiarity with the picture that we have. Now that you have done that, you see that the side of the image is somehow sharp. We can't leave it like that. So we need to cover it with some little shadow stuff. Now, to do that, this is what I usually do. I use this kind of thing. Let me uncheck it. This one. Here is it. I use this kind of thing. How do you get this? You just go to your stickers, click it once, and then spread it out. Tap on your screen. Then you can now duplicate it multiple times. Then you have your result. So, but we are not going there now. So you just use it to cover the arm. Let me uncheck every other one that you have there. This one, and this one. So these three now, here, all these ones here, now I've unchecked them. So that's what make us have this covered arm. All this one that you have here, from here to here, all of this, I use it to cover the arm to make it blend with the background. That is just the reason. So now that we have it, you can now bring in your text. Now the rule for text, the color and the font must be a bold one. Bold font and a color that is distinct from your background. Now look at the ones I do. Let me uncheck it. Then you have your text. Now look at the text. Let me show you the font I use. Let's go to font as if we want to change the font. This is the icon for changing font for those that are not so familiar with PixelLab. So once you click on that alphabet A, you can now go to fonts after clicking your text. So let's go to font. This is font. Once you click on it, it will give you either the default, your font, or the recently used. So let's check. Now we click on recent because I've used it earlier. Now under my font for recent, you'll see I am awake here. This is the font I used. I am awake. So that is the name of the font. You can use some other font. Montserrat is also very good for designing thumbnails. So you can decide to use all of those fonts that are bold and they are large or tall for thumbnail, because thumbnail need to appear even when it is tiny. It must be clear. That is the reason why. So those are the tips you must grab to get a good thumbnail for your videos. And when you are using PixelLab, you must understand that your font that you want to use must be on your PixelLab before you do that. You can also refer to our video on how to add fonts to your PixelLab and how to use font on PixelLab. So we have videos on that. Even in our beginner tutorials, there is a video on that. Now, what other things do we need to add? Let us just add the logo of the app I'm using. So, and that's PixelLab, and a light leak. So the light leak give it some effect. This is what we call light leak. Let me click on it and show you what I'm talking about. So this is light leak. This is what I call light leak. So you can download that on your PNG tree and some other sites like that. Click on this place. Once you click on that, you can now select to save as image. Don't change the default.